So what I was most happy about the reunion was seeing so many new faces and also known faces, especially like some that I participated with in 2017. That was amazing because I've never imagined like such a long time afterwards that I will see them again because they're from all over the world. And then when I worked in 2018, like seeing one of them as well from like South Africa, like Cape Town, I was so stunned and so happy, like exchanging thoughts again, talking about our memories, what we have achieved in that amount of time that has been passed. So that was probably the great thing, to see these people again, but also meeting all the others that are now a new part of this Cologne Summer School. So yeah, I just love this program and I love to see what's been going on and we will achieve with this kind of a program in the future.
So I met people from all over the world, and for me it's very important to gain these different perspectives, and also to, maybe if it's just for 2 days, to just get a little hint of what the normality of other people looks like, and that's very nice to me.
First, I think it was a very nice gesture by the Cologne Summer Schools team to bring everyone together and have this reunion. I think it's really nice to keep in touch with former students in this manner. So I think to invest time, resources into making something like this happen is a very nice gesture by the team. So that was my first impression. And it has been very nice meeting people from all the different countries, from different summer schools that we had no idea about. So for me, I only knew the cohort from the environmental studies summer school, of course, but to know that there was so many range of subjects taught across the years to students from so many different countries. I think it's a really nice opportunity to meet very young students who are still at university and several of us who've been out of the summer school for almost 7 or 8 years and we're in professional life now, so it's a nice mix of different age groups as well.
Wow, so coming back to Cologne feels great, feels really great. I really like this city, especially it was my first time in Germany, so I was so excited to come here and to have this second chance to come back here to see Scott again, Ambrit, which were like very good friends of mine when I was here. It feels great. And actually to have this other chance and other opportunity to meet people from around the world, it's always such a great gift to, just be around here in Cologne and have like great conversations from people from different countries and to start maybe new friendships that, that can, I don't know, you can meet at your home country or in other parts of the globe, because you don't know what life is waiting to give you.
My personal highlight for this weekend at Cologne University was that I got to see again the wonderful people that I met back in 2017, especially Marina, to which I'm very thankful. And I was very happy to see again and to see also the same energy that she puts in everything. So I will thank you for it.
I'd say getting to just meet people from all different years, the current students, the ones from maybe 5 years before me. Also reuniting with the 2 that came from my year was really special because I haven't seen them since 2019. So I'd say for the anniversary event, it was just all about just meeting new people, having fun in Cologne again with just a different set of people, and walking down. I'd say one thing that stood out in particular was walking down the university strip of grass that they have right under the tower, and just being reminded of all the nights we spent either scootering down that or just walking along it when I was here a few years ago, and that was just really special to bring back those memories. Because I feel you can have those memories and see the pictures, but it's different when you're actually walking the same steps and doing that sort of things again.
So my personal highlight of this alumni event was the moment I entered the room and I saw all these well-known faces that were laughing at me, welcoming me, saying, "Hey Victoria, how are you?" Because it's beautiful to see people again that took part in the programs in the years 2015, 16, 17. and of course also from the last years, and to get to know people in person that took part in the programs during the last 2 years because they were only online. So this was also a very great moment. And of course to see my colleagues again who organized this very beautiful event, and to see how well organized everything is, so I could really be laid back and just enjoy without any responsibility. So maybe this is the best part. Thank you.
My personal experience and my takeaway from the Cologne Summer School is that I would say that I have never learned so much about myself and other people through the whole experience, because I don't know, there wouldn't be any kind of program I can imagine that gets you the opportunity to meet so many different intercultural and diverse people throughout the whole 3-week program. And I think I widened my view a lot of topics, especially in pedagogy, like my studyings, but also in my everyday life. So I feel like my personal skills, but also my work skills, have been expanded to an amount that I wouldn't have imagined without doing this program.
When I was back here in Cologne 3 years ago, as you said, there were people from around the world, from different countries that I'm not used to see my day-to-day life. There was people from India, from Pakistan, from South America, and I think that, for example, in my field, I'm working as a psychiatrist, it really helped me to know the importance of the background and the cultural factors of a person in terms to establish a good communication and to understand, not just in terms of language, in terms of for example, body language, and in terms of seeing further than words, what is this person trying to explain to you. So I would say that what Cologne teach me regarding intercultural skills, let's call it like this way, would be to be more cautious and to be more focused on the background of the person rather than the words that he's saying in this precise moment, something like that.
Back in 2017, when I started the Cologne Summer School, I didn't imagine how much it will influence my professional life. At that time, I was an Erasmus student in Cologne at the university, and I was studying linguistics and German studies. And in the same time, in Romania, I was doing a module in teaching education. Since the Cologne Summer School was about teacher education, I thought it was a great opportunity for me to see how this subject is developed abroad. So I applied for it, and I realized that we have a different system in Romania and compared to Germany. So I tried to apply all the knowledge there in my professional life. I became a teacher in Romania, and I also gave private lessons to children. So I can say that all the workshops and practical knowledge I gained, I also applied back home.
How it looks right now, so when I went back to the States, I kind of told my other researchers that I work with about how they look at cells and the things they use, the equipment they're using, because it's a little different than what we use in the States. And then I kept in contact with a couple of the researchers in Germany just because I was like, oh, we don't really work with stem cells, at least in my laboratory. And I was like, oh, in case I had any questions about aging research that I was doing that was similar to what they were doing with stem cells, I was able to talk to them about that. Now it looks a little different because I do more clinical vascular research, but I'm hoping to get back to aging research in the future, so I think it'll come back into play then as well.
I was very lucky to be part of the Cologne Summer Schools on environmental studies in 2015, during which I met Professor Kirk Juncker from the Faculty of Law, who was teaching us environmental law, and we were in touch via email about environmental law generally, and then a year later he said that he wanted someone to do a short research stay on Indian environmental law, and he offered me a research internship. And I enjoyed my time again in Cologne so much. I fell in love with the city, both in summer and in the winter, in the Christmas market. So I decided to move to Cologne for the Masters in Environmental Science at the University of Cologne. And since I was able to do an internship in Bonn at the United Nations, after which I got placed in the Legal Affairs Division of the UN Climate Change Secretariat, and then I decided to come back to Cologne again to do my Doktorarbeit at the Faculty of Law as well. So now I'm currently a lecturer at the University of Cologne in international environmental law, and I have also found a husband at the University of Cologne who also teaches at the politics department of Cologne. So we have this University of Cologne relationship, a University of Cologne marriage now, where we are both very connected by Mr. Albertus Magnus. So yes, I think the summer school put me on a path which I would have never imagined, and it's been a very good journey so far.
So I did the Cologne Summer School in Personalized Medicine just after finishing my Bachelor of Medical Biology, and I knew that in the next summer I would start with my medical studies. So the summer school was a perfect fit for me at this moment. And right now it's 3 years later and I'm finishing my Bachelor in Medicine. And so the summer school on the topic of personalized medicine really gave me a good starting point to dive into the study of medicine and to have an open view on the things that will be important for the future of medicine and also for the future of my career.
Yeah, I would say back in 2019, I was in the personalized medicine course, and we went to one of the laboratories here and got to just look at like all the research they were doing. We got to work with some cells ourselves, and that was like a really cool experience because I've done research back in the States, but seeing how it's done in a different country really like opened me up to a different perspective as opposed to just hearing it in a lecture or anything like that. So I was able to see that. And then that kind of made me want to, in the future, visit other countries and see how they do research there. And I'm actually thinking of doing that as a podcast in the future. I think that really changed the course of like how I saw research and how it's done in different countries.
My advice for the future students of the Cologne Summer School will be to never give up, to keep trying. I know it might be hard sometimes. They might apply for a job or a new opportunity professionally, and they might get disappointed if they get rejected or so, but that means that maybe it was not the right opportunity for them at that time. But the idea is to never give up and to keep trying, keep applying, and eventually they will find their place.
So for me, I had no idea about Cologne Summer Schools or even the University of Cologne or the city of Cologne at all, but I saw a call for applications on my university notice board, and the deadline was the immediate next day, and I just sent in my application without any expectation because I was so excited that there was some training on environmental studies, and it was 2015. And just 7 years later, environmental studies and climate change is such a major part of our education, but it wasn't in 2015. And so to be able to study on this topic was such a great opportunity for me that I was open to it. So my advice would be to keep an eye out for opportunities that interest you and always be open to new knowledge, because you never know what skills can lead you to what future opportunities. So I think the idea is to keep your eyes open and be very willing to learn.
My experiences from this alumni program and get together in 3 words would be amazing, overwhelming in a positive way, and just making me really happy. Yeah.
Friendship, memories, and gratefulness, yes.
Nostalgic, cheerful, and warm.
I would say it's happiness. I'm full of new impressions from the people all over the world that came here. And it's a very nice feeling of togetherness.
I love it.